Welcome back, everybody. I am Brian Lee Durfee, author of The Forgetting Moon and The Blackest Heart, both published by Simon & Schuster's Saga Press. Today, I'm going to be reviewing People of the Wolf by W. Michael Geer and Kathleen O'Neill Geer. Husband and wife team that collaborate on a lot of novels, most notably these People of the Wolf series. And I'm going to show you the whole collection this series is like 25 books deep now. People of the Wolf, People of the Raven, People of the Owl, People of the Lakes, People of the River, People of the, Fire. There's tons of them, and they're all bestsellers. In fact, this was their breakout hit. Kathleen O'Neill and W. Michael Geer were known for the first few years of their career as these great science fiction writers. Kathleen O'Neill did the Abyss of Light series. W. Michael Geer did the Spider series, Requiem series, the Conqueror series, Star Strike. He did a whole bunch of them. Not only that, but they both wrote some standalone Western novels that were great. And they had modicum success with that. But this People of the Wolf book was the one that shot these guys into the stratosphere and just sold like hotcakes, sold millions. Now, you do know that when I meet a lot of my favorite authors, which I have met both Kathleen O'Neill Geer and Michael Geer, and they sign my books. And I show them off because I name drop like a motherfucker. Yep, they signed my books. I've got a whole bunch of them signed. I'm only going to show you these two. One day we'll do a book tour of my entire W. Michael Geer and Kathleen O'Neill Geer book collection, and you'll get to see everything I've got, because I got all their stuff. Some of my favorite writers. And I believe, and I might be wrong about this, I believe they have the same literary agent as I do. Matt Bialer. If Kathleen or Michael, if you're watching this and if we have the same literary agent, drop me a note. Anyway, where was I? Oh, what are we talking about? People of the Wolf. Let me show you, just so you can get a sense of how many of these books they've written. So I'm going to show you down here my collection of W. Michael Geer and Kathleen O'Neill stuff. So there's one shelf where a lot of their science fiction stuff is over here. And then I've got some more of their science fiction stuff. I've got Kathleen O'Neill's new science fiction book. And right here are a lot of the paperbacks of all of their Native American history novels. And then down here on this shelf, I've got a ton of hardcovers. I bet you I've got 40 or more books of theirs. I'm saying. But today, we're just going to talk about this one. So let's get to it. Came out in 1990. Like I said, it was a big hit. The cover was done by Louis Royo. And he did a great bulk of the covers for this series. He's a great painter. He's known a lot for his fantasy and science fiction illustrations and his wonderful Native American paintings that grace the covers of these. They're wraparounds. On my channel, we spend a fair amount of time talking about the packaging of the book itself before we delve into the story, because I love graphic design and I love art, and I think these Louis Royo paintings struck the exact right chord that these books needed to have. So what is People of the Wolf about? It's about Clan of the Cave Bear type stuff. This is about how the North and South American continent were populated by the Native Americans as they came through over the ice sheet along the Bering Strait. This is about the migration of the peoples from Russia, China, up over through Siberia into Alaska, and how they migrated down through Canada and all the way to the tip of, is it Argentina? Peru? I don't know what's at the tip of South America, but That's the migration pattern we followed. This is about those people that made that first ever journey across the ice. Because we had a young man who was a dreamer, and he had a dream that they could do this. And so I'm just going to read to you a list of the characters that's in here in the book, just so, because it gives you a good idea of what this book is about. So we've got, driven by the power of a dream, a handful of men and women fought to forge a path to a new land of promise and plenty. Runs in light, that's his name, runs in light, the young hunter. So this is a list of the characters in the book, and it kind of gives you an idea of what this book is really about. Runs in light, the young hunter who sacrificed love and power to follow a mystical vision, came to be called Wolf Dreamer in the end. So in the beginning of the book, he is known as Runs in Light, and over time he becomes Wolf Dreamer because he's following this dream. Dancing Fox, another character, the courageous young woman who endured humiliation in the hands of an aged shaman and an arrogant warrior, follows the Wolf Dreamer and leads her people to an awesome new destiny. Raven Hunter, dark twin of our hero Wolf Dreamer, who defied Wolf Dreamer's vision and led the people on a path of bloodshed and vengeance. So we've got some drama here, folks. Heron, the fiercely independent medicine woman who took the Wolf Dreamer as her disciple and taught him the secrets of her own awesome powers. I love that. I love that character. Icefire, the war chief of the Mammoth clan, ancient enemy of the people whose long-buried secret would forever alter the destiny of Wolf Dreamer and his people. So, I mean, we've got these characters in their own drama as they branch out across the frozen ice in the age of mammoths, in the dawn of history. I mean, the dawn of history, folks. This is what this is about. The dawn of the very people that forged our continent with and populated it with the people who are still here to this day. You know, they crossed the ice sheets of the Bering Sea. They reached a new and untouched continent, and they had adventures along the way. And of course, this is just made up history. I mean, these guys do a lot of research. I mean, they're anthropologists, they're archaeologists, they're all of the ologists that you can think of that deal with Native American stuff and history. And they know their Native American stuff and history, as is evident in every single one of their books. It's just great. And just the way that these characters are described and the brutality they have to go through just to survive in harsh climates, like ice age climates, people. And they're living almost in the dinosaur age, you know, and they're reaching for a dream, you know, they all have a dream, and it's a bloody time, and it's a fierce time, and it's a grim time, and it's a gritty time, and the adventures and the weather and the elements and the landscape is always just working against them, and it's just harrowing. Every step of the journey is harrowing, and I can see why this thing was like, after Clan of the Cave Bear, People of the Wolf became, and the following books became the series that people started to follow. And with good reason, because if you followed my other W. Michael Gear and Kathleen O'Neill reviews, you know I think they're two of the best writers in the business. Their prose is dynamite, and they can describe a scene like no other, and they've got characters that, man, you just love. Every book I've read that they've done, I loved the characters. Whether it's science fiction, whether it's Western, whether it's Native American, all of it's good. I'm going to give People of the Wolf 9.5 out of 10. I think this is super fucking dope.